In this video, we will walk through the steps on generating a report in IDIS using MicroStrategy. We will start at the home page of IDIS. Let's click on Reports in the main navigation menu. Look to the left and you should see a link labeled View Reports. Click on a link to open a new browser window with MicroStrategy. On the next screen, you will see a folder for IDIS. If you read the description, you will see that the data is current as of yesterday. Let's click on the IDIS folder. On the next page, you will see a number of options, including Shared Reports, My Reports, History List, and My Subscriptions. You may also see some other icons, such as Create Report and Preferences. For this module, we will limit our discussion to the Shared Reports folder, which is where HUD has saved all of the pre-formatted reports. Let's click on Shared Reports. In Shared Reports, you will see a list of all the reports available to you. You will not need to become familiar with all of these reports. Most grantees use only 4 or 5 reports on a regular basis. For this exercise, we will be generating a PRO3 CDBG Activity Summary Report. The steps for generating the other reports are fairly similar, so if you are following along and would like to select a different report, go ahead and do so. In each report folder, you will see one or more icons. In some cases, this is because one report is for HUD headquarters staff, another is for CDBG entitlement grantees, and another is for CDBG state grantees. In some cases, there will be more than one icon because the report has been divided into different sections or because there is more than one version of the report. Be sure to read the title of each report carefully and choose the most appropriate report. In the case of the PRO3, the report that you will generate for inclusion with your caper is listed here. Before you generate this version, you may want to generate the BOSMAC version, which will help you review the data and identify any potential omissions. The BOSMAC version can also help you tie this data to other reports, such as the PR26 Financial Summary Report. For today's exercise, I will generate a BOSMAC version of the report. I'm going to choose the original version, which will give me a spreadsheet of all of the activities included on the report. For each of these icons, I can click on the title of the report, I can click on Export to bring the report into Excel, or generate a PDF of the report. By clicking on the title of the report will be displayed in MicroStrategy, at which point I can play with the formatting of the report, and I can still export to Excel or to PDF. So I typically click on the title instead of going directly to Excel or PDF. The next screen is the Parameters screen. This screen will differ based on the report you selected, because each report has different parameters. Every parameter screen will include the first section, where you need to indicate which grantee or grantees are to be included on the report. Click on the plus sign to the left of each choice. You will have to go down about 6 levels until you see your grantee name. Click on the grantee name to select it, and then click the right button to move the grantee to the selected column. For my report, I also need to indicate the program year for which I want the report, and I need to specify CDBG or CDBGR. Once I have answered all of the required parameters, I can click on the Run Report button. Depending on the number of other users on the system, the report could come up very quickly, or it could take a few minutes. You will see a link in the Processing Request page to add the report to your history list. I always add the report to my history list. This way, if I get kicked out of the system, or the report is taking too long to generate, I can close out of the system, and instead of starting all over, I simply go to the history list when I log back in, and the report will usually be ready. When the system has finished generating the report, it will display the report in the browser. MicroStrategy has some different tools and options across the toolbar at the top of the page. These tools allow you to alter how the information is presented. You can change the sort order, filter the results, move, hide, and group columns of data. There is even some graphing functionality. If you make any changes to the formatting of the report and want to save the formatting changes, you can use the Save to My Reports feature. This way you do not need to make the same formatting changes every time you generate this report. In order to save a copy of the data as it looks today, you need to print the report, save the report as a PDF, or export the report to Excel. If you click on the print icon, the system will generate a PDF of the report that you can then print. In the case of the BOSMAC report, it's not very helpful to print it out in its current format. It will only be useful if we export it to Excel, so let's do that. This is the icon to export it to Excel. If you rest your mouse over each icon, it will tell you what each button does. The system will open a pop-up window asking you to select the format for the report. I typically choose Excel with formatting. When the system is finished, you should get a chance to open or save the report. I typically save the file to my computer and then open it. In the next video of this module, we will walk through some of the formatting steps in Excel.